Well, I didn't have any proof, and I still don't when I make that statement, because whom would I prove it by? In the system of racism itself, which is the dominant political and religious system of the entire planet. And it's the most popular. It's one that everybody caters to, the system of white supremacy. That is the world government. So if I am anti-white supremacy in my remarks, or if I'm questioning it, whom would I be talking to that would agree with that, other than the white supremacists themselves? And if they say that, I don't know what you're talking about, there's no such thing as white supremacy, global white supremacy, you're making that up. I don't understand what you're saying. And that's what many white people say when you say that. And so then whom are you going to go to say, well, you say that that's not what's going on, but I say that it is, and I can prove it. Now, who are you going to prove it by? You see, the only people that can prove the existence of white supremacy in a white supremacist system are the white supremacists themselves. Or they can just simply say, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no racism. Racism where? You're making it up. What is racism? I'm not aware of any racism. And then one white supremacist turned to another. Hey, Gene, Mac, are you aware of any racism here or anywhere? They're making this up. They, whomever they are. And so once they say that, who are you going to? Well, I can prove that racism exists. Prove it by whom? Well, for one, I'm saying so. Well, who are you? See, they'll immediately ask that. Who are you to prove anything with your colored self? You can't prove anything. I just said I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a white person. I'm saying I don't know what you are talking about. Now, do you know what I'm talking about when I say that I don't know what you're talking about? That's what I mean by white supremacy. And I've told people down through the years, if you try to prove the existence of white supremacy, like if you're on a job, if you say, well, this place is being run by white supremacists. Oh, and any white person sitting behind any desk will say, that's not true. Now, you prove that it's true. You had better go and get a white person to back you up if you are a person of color. That's one of my first observations. You make that kind of statement, you better go get a white person to back you up. Why? Logically speaking, because in the system of white supremacy, a white person is the only person who can, quote, unquote, prove the existence of racism. It has to be a white person.